before she starts another kirtan, I just want to share this Mahamantra, where it came from. So basically in Kali Yuga, Narad Muni asked Brahmaji that what is the way for happiness, because Kali Yuga people are so much disturbed, there is so much anxiety, and we cannot do long tapasya, we cannot stay in Vrindavan, Mathura or Ayodhya, right, or Sri Rangam, we cannot do all those things, or we cannot do lot of Havan Yajna because pure things are not available, right? We don't have pure ghee, we don't have pure Brahmans who can chant the exact mantras, it's very rare. You know what Brahmins are doing today, right? It's very rare to get those people. So how do we actually get love for Krishna, love for God? Because we may do so many rituals in our life, we may do this puja, that puja, just for ritual, just for some benefit, But the true essence of religion, the true essence of doing this puja is actually to develop real love for God. To understand who am I, who is God, what is the relationship, why are we here? That is the true essence of spirituality. But people are just doing it for maybe some gyan. Oh, I have learned so many slokas, I am a great, pujari, or I am a great Vedantist, just to impress others. But do you think that is the real purpose of spirituality? No, right? The real purpose is to actually change the heart, to change the character of that person, and to develop love for all living beings, be compassionate, and to develop love for Krishna, Ram, whoever we worship. So that is the true meaning. But nowadays, because of so many distractions, people are with so much social media, people are getting so much distracted, that I'm doing this, that, so many different things, and people are getting so much distracted. So yeah, in conclusion, that is the thing, that how to actually develop true love and the love for God, and understand who we are, what is the essence of what we are doing, right? So unless we have that service attitude, we cannot please Krishna. Service attitude means we do something for Krishna, we serve, we do kirtan for Krishna, we chant his name. So this is service for Krishna, we are chanting, right? So that is how Krishna is pleased. So Narad Muni asked Brahmaji, what mantra should we chant? So Brahmaji said, Iti shodashakam nam kali kalmash nashanam natha parataropaya sarva vedeshu drishyate Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this is in Kali Santaran Upanishad, this mantra. It is Iti shodashakam nam. It is a 16 word mantra which is there, which can actually protect you from all the problems of Kali Yuga and all the difficulties that are there in Kali Yuga. It will actually give you love, which is the highest form of spirituality that we can achieve. So what this mantra is that, what is the meaning of Hare? Can anyone tell? Guess?
Lord.
Any guess?
This is like Lord. Hare.
Hari.
That is Hari. H-R-I. That is Hari. What is Hare? I'll give you a hint. Like Sita and Sita.
Like Kali?
Kali.
Kali or no?
No, not Kali.
No idea.
Yes, Mukunda, can you tell?
Radha.
Radha Rani.
Oh.
So Hare is the spiritual Ladini Shakti of Krishna. That is called Hare. So it is a vocative. When we call someone, Hara is the spiritual compassionate energy of Krishna, which is called Hara, and we call her, it is called Hare, like Sita and Sita when we call. So we are calling Radha. If you look behind, see, we have Radha Krishna. So we always say Radha and Krishna first, like Sita Ram, Radha Krishna. So first we are addressing to the compassionate energy, because Krishna can be strict sometimes. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, Sarv Dharman Parityaya, surrender unto me. But Radha Rani is compassionate. So we start with Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare, and Hare Rama. Rama is obviously Lord Rama, and also it means Ramante. Ramante means, my Lord, I have been serving so many people for so many lifetimes, engaged in so many things, so please engage me in your service also. Right? So while we are doing our duties, we take out some time for spirituality and remember God. So please engage me. That's what this Mahamantra means. Because the eternal nature of the soul is to connect to the super soul, to Atma, to Paramatma, right? That is the real nature of the soul. So unless we are connected, we won't be happy. We are trying to find happiness in so many temporary things in this world, right? But what happens? For some time we'll be happy, but again we get frustrated. So until we get connected to something which is permanent, which is the Lord, and we are also eternal, right? Our soul changes one body to another body. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Jayate mriteva kadachin. And then the nature of the soul. It cannot be burnt by fire, withered by wind, or wet by water. So many qualities of soul are mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. So we'll read one verse of Bhagavad Gita also. So yeah, so we are trying to connect to our supreme source by chanting this mantra. And when we connect, we get that immense pleasure, we get happiness, and we also serve the Lord, your Lord. Okay, so with that meditation, you can, when you chant it. Now you understand. Yes, Vrinda, you want to? Govind Jai Jai, or you can do? Radha Madhav, yeah. Jai Radha Madhav.
No.
You do later. What's Radha Madhav? Okay, so she's like, everybody can understand. So she's singing the Radha Madhav bhajan. Jai Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari. So Krishna is always moving in the Kunj, in these small, in the
Pond. Yes.
yeah. Kunj means the Kunj also means the streets.
Small
Streets of Vrindavan, Kunj Bihari, Gopi Jana Vallabha. He is the one who is loved by gopis. Gopis always love him. Gopi Jana Vallabha, Girivardhari. That we understand, Girivardhari. Yashoda Nandana, Braja Jana Ranjana. He is the Nandan, son of Yashoda, and Braja Jana Ranjana. He is always giving Ranjan, pleasure to the people who are in Braja. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. So he is playing around the Yamuna river, at the banks of Yamuna. With his flute, he's playing with the gopis and cowherd boys. Yes, Vrinda. So we sing this bhajan. So once Vrinda repeats one line, you can repeat that chant. Hare Krishna. Now we'll study one sloka of Bhagavad Gita. I'll give you a book so we can all chant together. Can you bring more from outside? Or I'll bring. You can give. बाहर बॉक्स अभ्यान को दे दो अभ्यान कैन यू डिस्ट्रीब्यूट जितना से देखो तुम एक और बॉक्स निकालना बाहर so feel free if you want water or restroom is here so feel free Avi what have it come inside Avi come
Avi, where is the mom? Your mom ready now?
No, she's like ready.
getting ready
Yes.
by the time she's ready everything is over
Yeah.
bring more Vrinda did you get more
Gaurav, which chapter are we?
yeah I'll just tell just a minute
Because I can't read anymore.
huh
My eyes are bad. I can't
Oh, is it?
read even. I'm gonna search it up.
next time I'll bring a bigger one huh bigger Bhagavad Gita में कहाँ है? So just want to ask who do you worship? Who are you connected to? Lord Krishna, Lord Rama? What do you worship? Just want to ask.
Krishna.
Krishna?
Krishna and Narsinga.
Krishna Narsingha.
Yeah. Krishna, I think I would say Krishna.
Krishna.
Krishna and Dhruvairappan. You know the.
Dhruva, yeah. Narasimha Swami. What about you?
Wrong.
Ram, Jai Shri Ram. Ram. Because that's our name is Ram.
Krishna.
Krishna.
Shiva.
Shiva, very nice. Very nice. That is the power of our culture, you know. There is so much diversity and that is nice. Everybody is, you know, kind of motivated by different gods. So that is very good. Whatever you are worshipping, that is very nice. So continue with that. So I wanted to discuss one verse from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge. So you can open chapter 4. Yeah, the first verse. So children can also read. Okay, you will also get a chance. Right, yeah. This also you can turn on. You can come little in front so that. 15 पढ़ना है? Very good. 15.
Again, come. Mama, come.
So this is transcendental knowledge. Okay. So I'll chant the half sloka you can repeat after me, and then I'll give you chance to read the purport, like few lines. Everyone can read one by one. Ready? Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Give it Bhagavad Gita. Imam vivashvate yogam.
Imam vivasvate yogam.
Proktavan aham avyayam.
Proktavan aham avyayam.
Vivasvan manave praha.
Vivasvan manave praha.
Manor ishtva kave abravit.
Manor ishva kave abravit.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Yeah, repeat. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said,
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said,
Imam
this
this
Vivasvate
vivasvate
unto the Sun God.
unto the Sun God.
Yogam,
Yogam.
the science of one relationship to the Supreme.
The science of one relationship to the Supreme.
Proktavan,
Proktavan.
instructed.
Instructed.
Aham I,
Aham I.
Avyayam,
Avyayam.
imperishable.
Imperishable.
Vivasvan,
Vivasvan.
Vivasvan, the Sun God's name.
Sun God's
God name.
Manave,
Manave.
unto the Father of mankind.
Unto the Father of mankind.
Of the name Vaivasvata,
Of the name Vaivasvata.
Praha,
Praha.
told. Manu,
Manu.
the Father of mankind.
Father of mankind.
Ishvake,
Ikshvake.
unto King Ishwaku.
Unto Ishva.
Abrave,
Abrave.
said. The personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna said,
The
personality of
Godhead, Lord Krishna said,
I instructed this imperishable
imperishable
science of yoga
science of
to
yoga
the Sun God,
to the Sun God,
Vivasvan.
Vivasvan.
And
And
Vivasvan instructed it to Manu,
Vivasvan instructed to Manu.
the father of mankind.
The Father of mankind.
And Manu in turn instructed it to Ishkwaku.
Manu in turn instructed to Ishva.
So do you understand how is the sequence? So this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita or this yoga, Krishna actually instructed to Sun God, Vivasvan, then Vivasvan instructed to Manu, the father of mankind, and then Manu instructed to Ishwaku. Who is Ishwaku? Does anyone know?
Krishna. Rama's son.
Rama's dynasty, yes.
Ancestors,
Very
yeah.
good. You should know Ram. So now Ram also is here, Krishna is here, I'll put Narsingha also when I speak. So everybody is satisfied. And Lord Shiva also. So everybody will be satisfied. Okay, purport. So now how we'll do in purport? So there are multiple paragraphs. So I'll give turn, everybody including the kids, maybe read like 3 or 4 lines one by one. So I'll start with you, Priyaji. You can read, start 3 or 4 lines. Starting. Start herein. Yeah.
Okay. Herein we find the history of the Bhagavad Gita traced from remote time when it was delivered to the royal order of all planets. Beginning from the sun planet, the kings of all planets are especially meant for the protection of the inhabitants, and therefore the royal order should understand the science of Bhagavad Gita in order to be able to rule the citizen and protect them from material bondage to lust. Human life is meant for cultivation of spiritual knowledge in eternal relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the executive heads of all the states and all planets are obliged to impart this lesson to the citizens by education, culture and devotion.
Okay, now Ram, you can read.
In other words, the executive heads of all states are intended to spread the science of Krishna consciousness so that the people may take advantage of this great science and pursue a successful life, utilizing the opportunity of the human form of life. In this millennium, the sun god is known as Vaivashvan, the king of the sun, which is the origin of all the planets within the solar system. In Brahma Samhita 5.52, it is said that
यच्चक्षुरेश सविता सकल ग्रहणाम राजसं सता सुरमुतिरशेष तेजा यस्यग्ने भ्रमति संभृत काल चक्रो गोविंदमादि पुरुषां तमहं भजामि. Now Mamta ji, you can read. Let me do it.
Let me worship. Lord Brahma said, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda, Krishna, who is the original person and under whose order the sun, which is the king of all planets, is amusing immense power and heat. The sun represents the eye of the Lord and reverses its orbit in obedience to his order.
Yeah, funny, you want to read?
I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe not.
Naren?
No, my
Anyone else? You? The sun is the king of planets.
The
Yeah.
sun is the king of the planets, and the sun god, the present of the name Vivaswan, rules the sun planet, which is controlling all other planets by supplying heat and light. He is rotating under the order of Krishna, and the Lord Krishna originally made Vivaswan his first disciple to understand the science of Bhagavad Gita. The Gita is not, therefore, a speculative treatise for the
Insignificant. Mundane scholar.
mundane scholar, but it is standard book of knowledge coming down from time
Immemorial.
immemorial. In the Mahabharata, we can trace out the history of the Gita as follows.
त्रेता युगादौ च ततो विवस्वान् मनवे ददौ मनुश्च लोका भृति अर्थम सुता येक्ष्वाकवे ददौ इष्क्वाकुना च कथितो व्याप्य लोकान् अवस्थितः. So anyone else want to give?
In the beginning of millennium, known as Treta Yuga, this science of relationship with the Supreme was delivered by Vivaswan to Manu. Manu, being the father of mankind, gave it to his son Maharaja Ikshvaku, the king of this earth planet and forefather of the Raghu dynasty, in which Lord Ramachandra appeared. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita existed in human society from the time of Maharaja Ikshvaku.
Okay.
At the present moment, we have just passed through 5,000 years of Kali Yuga, which lasts 432,000 years. Before this, there was
Dwapar Yuga.
800,000 years, and before that there was Treta Yuga, 200,000 years. Thus, some
5,000 years ago.
Imagine
2,005,000 years ago. Manu spoke the Bhagavad Gita to his disciple and son Maharaj Ishwaku, the king of this planet Earth. Yes, Abhyang, you want to read?
The age of.
Yeah, funny.
Oh,
No, that's fine.
that's fine.
After, yeah. The age.
The age of the current Manu is calculated to the last some 305 million 400,000 have passed. Accepting that before the birth of Manu, the Gita was spoken by the Lord to his disciple, the sun god Vivaswan. A rough estimate is that the Gita was spoken at least 120,400,000 years ago, and in human society, it has been extant for 2 million years.
Yes, Abhyang.
It was re-spoken by the Lord again to Arjuna about 5,000 years ago. That is the rough estimate of the history of the Gita, according to the Gita itself and according to the version of the speaker, Lord Sri Krishna. It was spoken to the sun god Vivaswan because he is also a Kshatriya and is the father of all Kshatriyas who are descendants of the sun god or the Surya Vamsha Kshatriyas.
Yes, you want to read also? Read? Because Bhagavad Gita. Very good. Vedas.
Spoken by the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. Knowledge
Is
knowledge
Apaurusheya,
of Malaysia
superhuman.
sets the instructions are accepted as they are without
Interpretation. Wranglers. Wrangler jeans, right? Like that. They speculate.
On the Gita.
On the Gita in their own ways, but that's not but the Gita
As it is.
Therefore,
but
the Gita.
but the Gita has to be accepted as it is from this
Discipline. Succession.
succession. And it is described that the Lord speaks to the Son, the Son God spoke to the Son, and Manu spoke to the Son.
Nice. Thank you. So we'll discuss quickly 10 minutes about this. And I'll ask some questions. Also, we'll have a discussion like open it. I'll just chant prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakhaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha. Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Pitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinibandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वाचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So again I want to welcome all of you and thank you all for coming.
Thank you for inviting us.
No, it's our pleasure because Sankirtan means we are doing together Kirtan. That's how we'll enjoy. Everybody is singing and everybody is together. Like Krishna or Ram, they are always together with people. So they are always together. So in this verse we see about the knowledge, how we can acquire knowledge, right? So we have to acquire some knowledge, like in school, right? So if you have to acquire knowledge of addition, so you can tell what's your name? Akshaj.
Yeah.
Akshaj, if you have to acquire knowledge of say maths or science, how do you acquire knowledge?
Listening to the teachers.
Listening to the teachers, right? Or reading through the books.
Yeah.
Anyone else? How do we acquire knowledge?
Internet.
Internet is like net.
No.
It will
Always.
entangle us.
Always,
Okay, but
Temple, go to
by experience, yes.
Practicing.
By practicing, okay.
By reading books.
By reading books, right?
Following adults.
Huh?
Adults following adults.
Following those who have already experienced the same thing, right? So here in this thing also Krishna is saying that I have instructed this knowledge to sun god Vivasvan, right? And Vivasvan instructed to Manu and Manu instructed to Ishvaku. So this knowledge is coming through the Shabda Pramana. Like Vivasvan is giving to Manu, Manu is giving to Ishvaku. That's how the knowledge is traveling. Like one teacher is telling another teacher, this is called Guru Parampara or disciplic succession, right? So that is what the authoritative knowledge comes from. And this is one of the assets of India, the spiritual knowledge that India is famous for, correct? Like America is famous for what? Freedom, right? Liberty. UK is famous for what?
Colonization.
I mean, like the queen, like royalty and this and that also called.
They colonize the whole world.
Actually, with UK, I remember once Srila Prabhupada, our Acharya, he's from the Brahma Madhav Gaudiya Sampradaya, Prabhupada, and he actually wrote this Bhagavad Gita into English language, and now it is translated into over 80 languages. So once he went to London in 1970s, I guess, and then a press reporter asked him, "Why have you come here?" You know, because sometimes reporters can be rude. Why have you come here? We already have so many people here. So he said, "You guys looted India for so many years, hundreds of years. You took so many things. You took the Kohinoor jewel, you took so many, gems and all the precious things, but you forgot one thing. And what is that? This Bhagavad Gita. And I have come to deliver you free of cost.
Most precious thing.
Most precious thing you have forgotten. The rich culture, the heritage of India." So he took that message, he went to America. He came to America on the order of his Guru Maharaj. He said that you should give this knowledge to the Western world. So he wrote in English language, and he came to America in 1965, traveling on a cargo ship for 35 days. He had 2 heart attacks, but on the boat he saw like Krishna is all around, 10 avatars around the boat, and Krishna is saying, "Don't worry, I am carrying you." And the boat very calmly sailed through the ocean, and he landed in the Boston harbor. And he had only 40 rupees. He just had Bhagavad Gita, this set of Bhagavatam. If you see here, there is Bhagavatam. Sorry. That's okay. So he just had this thing, and he started chanting in the park, and that's how the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and that's how it all started. So he gave this knowledge to Ishvaku. It is said in the beginning of the millennium known as Treta Yuga. So there are 4 yugas. Can anyone tell what are the 4 yugas? So that time it was delivered by Vivaswan to Manu. And Manu, being the father of mankind, gave it to Maharaj Ishvaku, the king of the earth, planet, and forefather of Raghu dynasty, in which Lord Ramachandra appeared. So we all know about Lord Ramachandra. So for Ramachandra glorification, we'll chant a verse. So I'll chant, please repeat after me. Shri Ram Ram Raghunandan Ram Ram. Shri Ram Ram Ran Karkash Ram Ram. Shri Ram Ram Bharatagraj Ram Ram. Shri Ram Ram Sharanam Bhav Ram Ram. Shri Ramachandra Charanam Manasa Smarami. Shri Ramachandra Charanam Vachasa Granami. Shri Ramachandra Charanam Sharanam Prapadde. So this means that Lord Ram is from the Raghu dynasty. Raghunandan, he is from the Raghu dynasty. He is the brother of Bharatagraj. Bharat is the younger brother of Ram. And then he is Ranakarkash. So the 10 Avtaras Stotram also talks about Lord Ramachandra. Anybody knows 10 Avtaras Stotram? It talks about 10 incarnations of Lord Krishna. It includes Narsingadev, Lord Ram, Balaram, Kalki, both all these. Vamanadev. So it talks about that. So how does it start? Vrinda, you can chant about Lord Ram. Dikshurane Digapati Kamaniyam Sashamukhamali Balim Ramaniyam Keshavadita Rama Sharira Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Vitarasi Dikshurane means Vitarasi Dikshurane means Ravana has 10 heads, and Lord Ram cut off all these 10 heads and distributed in 10 directions. There are 10 directions. Can anyone tell what are the 10 directions?
North.
Akshay?
North.
Yes, you? No?
East,
East, west,
North,
southeast,
Southwest, northwest, up and down.
Yes, he is very smart. Are you engineering? Doing engineering? No?
He finished 8th grade.
8th grade, okay, nice. But you are interested in maths. You finished engineering. You are done with it. Spiritual knowledge has been engineering. Okay. Yeah, so Lord cut all these heads in different directions, and all their deities personified in the and they are very happy. You know, so that's what happened. So Lord Ram, as we know, Lord Ramchandra is Maryada Purushottam. We can learn a lot from Lord Ram. One of the lessons we can learn from Lord Ram is that he will call his praja from a minister to a sweeper to listen to their problems and try to solve them. So he was an ideal leader and ideal king. Right? And Lord Ram could have, married somebody else. But Lord Ram said, no, I want to bring back Sita. So he did his best and he brought back Mother Sita to Ayodhya. And so where was Mother Sita kept captivated? Can anyone tell? Where was she kept?
Ashoka Garden.
Ashokavan. And who told about Mother Sita first to Hanumanji and all the monkey soldiers? Who was that person?
Jatayu's
No, not Jatayu. Jatayu got...
brother.
Jatayu's brother.
Jatayu's brother. What was his name?
Sampati.
Sampati had a special vision that he could see 800 miles, which is 100 yojanas. And he said, I can see on a hill, Trikuta hill, there is a Ashok Vatela, a nice garden of Ashok trees, and Mother Sita is sitting under the tree and she is weeping and chanting the holy names of Lord Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So she's chanting the name, so I can see this. And then all the monkey soldiers were very happy and they started running to tell Lord Ram. And when Hanumanji went to Ram, he didn't say, I have found Sita. He said, Sita found her. Because first Sita is important. So this is giving a lesson that found Sita, he said like that. He didn't put himself first. So that is the quality of a servant. So when we serve Lord Ram, some people say that I am the best devotee, But we should say, I am the best servant of Krishna. I want to serve. We put God before us, not ourselves, right? And same in the family relationship, husband, wife, kids. All the fight is because of ego. Aham mameti, I and mine, If wife is saying something, we want to respond to it. You are wrong. And we don't want to appreciate. These are the, if we appreciate and we listen to each other, we have good relationship. Whether in corporate, whether you work in office, whether you work in house, these same principles apply. So Lord Ram is actually teaching all these. Ramayana is teaching so many lessons to us. Right? And then he told Mother Sita is there. And these monkey shoulders went and told everyone. And then Ram said, okay, now who will go to Lanka to give the message? Because they have to give this ring, And also, so there is a two-factor authentication, like we have in our banking apps. So one is the password, what you know, and one is what you have, like the OTP, correct? Very nice. So OTP is a story that Lord Ram told, and that is the ring, and what you know is Ram told a story to Hanuman that this story only Mother Sita knows and nobody else knows. So you should tell this story and she will know for sure that you have been sent by me and you are not sent by Ravan to fool you. Because Ravan was sending so many demons just to appease her. So everybody was there and everybody said, Angad was there, Jamvan was there. So here again, a nice lesson of Jamvan. Jamvan was saying that I could have gone, but now I am old, I cannot go, And some monkey soldier said, we can go 20 yojan, 30 yojan. Others said, I can go 50 yojan. Angad said, I can also go. But he said, no, you have to stay here. And then Jamvan looked at Hanumanji. Hanumanji was in a very meditative mood. He was remembering Lord Ram. And Jamban said, Hanumanji, you can go. Remember, you went to the sun one time. You have so much power, you went to the sun, this is nothing for you. Hanumanji, actually, he had a curse that he forgot all his powers. So he reminded him. And Hanumanji was so enthusiastic and loudly chanted, Jai Shri Ram. Everybody please chant. Jai Shri Ram. And Hanumanji went on the top of the mountain and with all his force, he chanted Jai Shri Ram. And with so much force, he started, flying over the ocean. And all the animals and trees, animals were bewildered what's happening because the mountain started shaking when he was jumping with so much force. So he jumped and went across the ocean. And across the ocean there were so many other demons and obstacles that came. So I won't go into detail of that. But Hanumanji kept flying and flying and flying. And then finally he reached Lanka and he met Mother Sita, as we know, and he gave the ring and he told the story. And what was that story about, Anandpriya? That was about that crow, Indra's kaka, sir. Indra's crow. So he told a story that one time Lord Ram and Sita, one time you and Lord Ram were lying down on the grass, and one crow came and bit your toe, and blood started coming out, and you did not move because Lord Ram was lying on your lap. So you didn't want to disturb him because he was sleeping. And when Lord Ram got up, he became very angry. He wanted to kill that. He threw an arrow to kill him. The Mother Sita said, no, don't kill him. That's okay. Yeah, took a grass, and that became an arrow actually. So that story he told, and that actually broke the eye of that crow. He was Indra's son. What was his name? Jayant. Yeah. So, and after that, we know the whole pastime, right? Hanumanji basically was caught, and everybody in the assembly was saying, kill him, kill Hanuman. And Ravan was also saying, let's kill Hanumanji, we caught him. Actually, Hanumanji himself wanted to go in front of Ravan and give him a class that you should release Mother Sita. Otherwise, what will happen? Lord Ram will come and he will kill the entire dynasty of Ravana. He said that. And everybody, like Kumbhakarna was saying, that my dear brother Ravan, you have done cheating. You have kidnapped a wife of somebody without fighting with them. If you are a real fighter, you should have fought with them and then brought the wife. This is what Kshatriya used to do before, right? But you have done cheating. But since I am your brother, I will help you. Kumbhakarna happily insulted. You shouldn't have done, but I will help you. Vibhishan said, no, this is against dharma. You should not have done that. I am against you. And then Ravana basically kicked out Vibhishan. He said, no, you are like poison in our family. You should be kicked out. Although you are a family member, you are my brother, but you are taking the side of my enemy. Get out. And then Vibhishan flew over the ocean with his 4 generals. He went to Lord Ram, and all the monkey soldiers came and said, somebody is coming. They were spying from the distance. And then they said, let's kill them. So someone said, no, let them come, let's talk to them, and then we'll see. So Vibhishan said, I have come to be on the side of Lord Ram. So I am dedicated to Lord Ram. And then some soldiers went to Lord Ram and told that Vibhishan has come. So Lord Ram said, no, that's okay. Let me talk to him. He asked Hanumanji. Hanumanji said, yes, he's a true well-wisher of yours, because when I was in Lanka, he was taking our side. And Hanumanji has siddhis. Just by looking at the face, he can tell whether the person is lying or not. So he said that, okay, let him be on our side. So Lord Ramchandra said that whoever takes shelter of me even once, I protect him from the biggest fears. So all of us are taking shelter of Lord Ram, Lord Krishna today. So definitely he will protect us from the biggest dangers and give us in life whatever best we want. And the only thing that we have to do is to continue to chant his name, to associate like this, and develop love and inclination towards Lord Ram and Lord Krishna. So with that mood, I will stop here, and Vrinda can do like 5-10 minutes kirtan.
You want to discuss
What?
You want to ask some questions or something?
Yeah. And I just wanted to ask some questions also. You have any questions also?
No.
Yeah. So from Ramayana only I'll ask some questions. So let's see. It's like a quiz. Huh? So who was the wife of Bharat? What was her name?
Bharat's wife.
Yeah. Urmila is Lakshman. No Google.
Is that Shrutakirti?
Shatrughan's wife is Shrutakirti.
No, that's Shatrughan's wife.
Yeah, Mandavi is the wife.
Mandavi.
Mandavi.
Yeah. Okay. And okay, now you want to share something like I want to ask question. What is the reason what do you expect from worshipping God? What is the expected? What do you want to achieve? Maybe you start, why do you do puja? What is the reason you do puja?
I feel very stressful and feel very peaceful.
Very peaceful, right? Yeah.
When I do, I feel
Very peaceful, right? Yeah. Because there's so much of anxiety, especially at home or work. There are so many things going on. So therefore, it is very important for us to do some kind of meditation. So this mantra is also meditation. This Hare Krishna mantra is mantra meditation. There's different kind of meditations. Nice. Funny, what about you? You want to share?
Same thing, purify the mind. And
Purify the mind and relax. Yeah.
Same thing.
Same? Okay. Yes. Riyan?
This guy will do it for all the grades, I think.
That's good grades.
Now
That's good. Yes, you want to speak?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong there.
To purify the mind.
Yeah, that's nothing wrong. And
All
with
yes.
purifying your mind also actually helps you to study nicely, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Focus, that's very important. Yeah, when I started chanting this mantra, I was able to focus more on my work actually because it's so powerful. Because whole time my mind is going here and there. Yes, Ram, you want to share? Why do you worship or do spirituality? What is the reason?
Just no expectation.
No expectation. You see, he is very advanced devotee. I have to be. Bhagavatam says, I have to be apratihata, unmotivated and yes. What's the name?
For peace.
For peace, nice. Yeah.
To give strength for facing the struggles.
Nice. Yeah. So many different reasons.
Different reasons.
Yeah. Everybody gave like peace and struggles and without expectations. Yeah. So there are different levels, right? But for all of these, the Krishna is actually pleased with all of them. Ram is pleased with all of them. Because in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that 4 kinds of people come to me. Chaturvida bhajante mam. Arti arthati jigyasu jnani. Arti artharti. Arti means Sanskrit.
Desires, right?
Arti means distressed.
Distress, okay.
Artharti, who needs money, who needs wealth or something like that. Jigyasu, who's inquisitive. Why am I here? Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Who am I? What is the purpose of life? Is just the purpose of life to go to Walmart, bring some sabji, go to sleep, or work 9 to 5? He's asking, why am I here? How am I different from animals and other people? And what is the purpose? Why am I here? Right? We should ask that question. Sometimes when we go for a park, walk in the park, or sometimes just sitting, think like that. Jigyasu Jnani. Jnani means he already knows, but he wants to go to the next level. How can I, if I am the Atma, Paramatma, then how can I connect to them? How can I fulfill the purpose of life? How can I attain the highest bliss, highest happiness that is there in this world? Highest knowledge, highest realizations. So that is Jnani. And Krishna says, all of them, I am pleased with all of them. So don't think one is less but obviously the highest level is, Krishna is most pleased, Jigyasu, because you are on the highest level, but he reciprocates with everybody, So yeah, that's a good thing. So for the peace of mind, for all those reasons, the chanting of this mantra will satisfy everyone. That is how powerful the meditation is. So there are different types of meditation, and this Hare Krishna meditation is in Kali Yuga, which Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself, 500 years back, he brought this Sankirtan movement all over the world, and just by chanting, and you see so many people, even Americans and different, people are taking this up. It is our culture of India. Bharat Bhumite Jan Mahila Kara Upkar. So Krishna is saying that all of us are born in India. So it is our duty to understand this knowledge first, and then once we understand, we have to distribute to everybody. So it's so nice. At least it's helped me a lot and my whole family. So I can say for myself, so it benefited a lot. So it is our culture, it is our asset, it is true, richness that I have, I can say that we have in India, right? This so valuable, because we can have a lot of things, but if we do not have the right attitude, we do not have the right knowledge, then we can go wrong in life, right? So that is very... Arjuna was the best archer, he will Ghodakesha, he will practice it day and night. But what happened during the war? His hair stood on and he was crying. His Gandiva bow was on the ground. He couldn't fight. Krishna, Shishyaste ham shadi mam tam prapannam. Karpanya dosho pahata swabhava. Prichhami tam dharma sammur cheta. Yat shreya nishchitam bruhitan me shishyaste ham shadi. Say, Krishna, I cannot understand what to do. I am your disciple, surrender. Please let me know what should I do. So Krishna gave the attitude. He had the skill. Krishna told him the entire knowledge, starting with the knowledge of the soul. Knowledge, karma yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, bhakti yoga. And all this material, what is this? Bhagavad Gita is composed of 5 factors, right? Kala, Karma, Jiva, Ishvara, and Prakriti. 5 things are explained in this. What is this world? And how we as living entities get entangled with the modes of material nature like goodness, ignorance, passion, and entangle in karma and produce more karma. And finally with time, how we change bodies. And finally, how Krishna, God, is supervising all of these things. So everything is explained in Bhagavad Gita. So that is our knowledge. So how many of you have read or tried to read the Bhagavad Gita? Krishna Priya. They are Priya to Krishna. Where is your husband?
Today he has some work.
Some work,
From
okay.
production program or something.
Anyone has slight idea of Bhagavad Gita, like little? Yeah. You read? Nice.
Mom also read.
You also
Yeah,
read?
I read in Telugu.
Telugu, yeah, whatever you read. Main thing is understanding, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter Telugu or
Listen.
English or Hindi. Yeah. Main thing is understanding.
But I didn't come finished. Yeah.
So Ramji, what is your conclusion of Bhagavad Gita? What did you understand?
Actually, I always start and maybe after 6 or 7, I go
Yes,
and
yeah.
break and come back to the chapter. I haven't completed that.
Yeah. See, that's why we have this program, so that together we can read and understand, So we'll have this program like once in 2 weeks or something like that, so we can read, discuss and understand all of that.
So today you discussed chapter 4,
Yeah.
right? And chapter 4 started off with
Question.
No, the thing that you discussed today was about who passed it on to who and all that.
Yeah.
Why is that concept coming only in chapter 4? Why not on chapter 1?
Yeah, chapter 1
You're asking me.
Correct.
Am I making sense? Like
Yeah.
it seems like a very introductory thing.
It looks like should be in the first chapter,
First
right?
chapter,
But
yeah.
in introduction, like in first 2 chapters, like first chapter is like stage setting,
Yeah.
right? Like they are in the Kurukshetra war. So who is that?
Sanjay.
Oh, okay,
It is,
so
it is like not Krishna telling us directly. It is
Oh, it's
Sanjay
going back little to the okay. So this is where the actual story actually starts at chapter 4. But the thing is more of
No, he keeps telling about all this karma and everything. Then Arjuna asks, "How do you know all this?" Then he tells that
okay.
this knowledge is always there. I was eternal. We are all eternal from starting from that point to this point. It's that I remember all these things, but you guys don't remember. That's because you lost them. This knowledge is lost you.
Okay.
In translation,
Got it.
Perfect
Like
answer.
Katie takes an eye.
Got it.
Let's clap for Ram. Very nice answer.
I think you get very careful.
Anyways, Ram is from IIT, that's why. Tough institute. You also from IIT, right? IIT Madras. Actually, I am also IIT dropout, PhD. But I did internship and PhD I got in IIT Delhi. So
He's on IIT Delhi.
he is IIT Delhi. Okay.
After this sloka, Arjuna asked, right? You were born now. Right? The next sloka is about Arjuna doubts Krishna. Like Krishna says, millions of years ago I taught all this.
How is it possible? How do you remember?
How is it possible you were born just like 100 years ago or whatever?
Yeah, correct.
And then that's when Krishna
That's
says,
when he tells the
that's when Krishna
eternal
says,
nature of the
yeah,
soul.
that's
okay.
right.
It's not that me, it is that soul.
I think I will enjoy more than you. Discussing, I'll learn more. Yeah. So this discussion, is very important. Sadhu. So anyone has any comments or questions?
Thanks for having us.
No, thanks for coming. Thank you. Any questions or comments you have? Okay. Kids, what did you learn today? Can you share something? What was the nice points? What's her name?
Anvi.
Anvi. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Akshay.
I learned that like you read like Bhagavad Gita to purify your mind,
Yeah.
and there are 5 like eras or something.
5 subject matters
Yeah.
of Bhagavad Gita. What are those 5?
The Kali Yuga, the
Huh?
Treta
No, he's talking about the yugas.
The timelines, yeah, the yugas,
Four
yeah.
yugas.
4 yugas. What are the 4? Currently it is Kali Yuga.
Yeah, Kali, Treta, Dwapara.
Before Kali was Dwapara,
Dwapara.
and before Dwapara was Treta, when Lord Ram came, and then before that Satyuga.
First one is Satyuga.
Start with
This
Satyuga.
is Treta Yuga, where Ramayana happened. Okay. Next one is Dwapara Yuga, where Krishna Mahabharata happened. And this is Kali Yuga. So that's why if you see the timeline, right? Mahabharatam is more cunning than Ramayana, and
Because people are getting more smarter.
more
Cunning.
cunning. Okay.
And Satyuga, Nrsimhadev came, Prahlad Maharaj, and all those.
All those stories are very plain.
Yeah.
And Ramayana is where some people started kidnapping others' wives and all.
And Bhagavad Gita, how many slokas? Can anyone tell? How many slokas?
700
700. And how many speakers are there?
speakers.
Speakers.
Sanjaya, Dhritarashtra,
Sanjaya.
Arjuna, and Krishna.
Yes. Yeah. 4 speakers. Very good. And how many names of Krishna are there in Bhagavad Gita? There are different names of Krishna. Like sometimes he is called Achyuta, Keshava, Krishna, Govinda, Gopala. Right? How many names are there? 68 names.
68. Wow.
And then which word has come the maximum number of times in Bhagavad Gita?
Yoga.
Dharma.
Yoga.
Yoga.
What is the meaning of yoga? What is maybe second or third? What is the meaning of yoga?
Yoga.
What is the literal meaning of yoga?
Connection to God.
I'll give you a hint. When you add 2 numbers, there is a word for that in Sanskrit. What is that? Add. Adding. Yog. Right? 2 numbers का योग करो. Yog. I don't know in Telugu or what is called. But Yog. Yog means to add. So yoga means to connect. Because we are part, Atma is the part of Paramatma, so we are connecting. So that is yoga. Right? So there are different yogas, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Jnana Yoga. So different yogas are there. So that is yoga. And how many chapters are there in Bhagavad Gita? 18 chapters. And Bhagavad Gita is a part of which scripture? Mahabharata. Right? Mahabharata is how many slokas?
Oh. 1 lakh.
1 lakh.
1 lakh.
Ramayana is how many?
That's also 1 lakh.
Huh?
That's also 1 lakh.
Maybe 24,000.
24,000.
Yeah. And who wrote Ramayana? Valmiki. You know that, Valmiki. So yeah, main thing is we are going to discuss Bhagavad Gita here. So what is the first verse of Bhagavad Gita? Does anyone know? What is the first? We can read. You have the books or you take it away?
Dharma Kshetra.
Dharma Kshetra Kurukshetra. Loudly. Can you chant again? Dharma Kshetra Kurukshetra Samavetayuyotsava Mamaka Pandava Chaiva Kim Kurvata Sanjaya. Translation?
It means that
Sanjaya Vacha. Sanjay said that
that what is happening, I mean, like Dhritarashtra asked Sanjaya what is happening in the
yeah.
if the Duryodhana are losing or
Yeah, so what happened is Dhritarashtra asking Sanjay, what is happening in the battlefield between my sons and the sons of Pandu? So he's already differentiating his sons and his brother's sons, right? So that's where the division is there. You know, it means he's envious. So if we have the same thing, then it will create problem. And what is the last verse of Bhagavad Gita? So both are connected actually. There are a lot of magical things happening in Bhagavad Gita. It's very mystical actually.
That's also last word is also Dharma or something.
So what is that? Read.
Yatra
Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna Yatra Partha Dhanurdhara Tatra Shri Vijaya Bhuti Dhruvanmukti Matir Mama. Mama. Dharma is the first and Mama is means I am Dharma. I am a step. Whatever I am saying is Dharma. You know, Krishna is saying. So yeah, a lot of beautiful things, and Bhagavad Gita is full of answers to all our questions. You know, when we are lonely, when we are angry, when we are depressed, we are in anxiety. All the answers are given in shlokas, they are hidden everywhere. So we'll discuss the practical application of all these shlokas, how we can relate in our life, and you can also share your realization you have read, those who have read. So, Anangpriya, anything else? Anangpriya, you have anything? Okay. Okay, so we'll end there. So maybe they'll chant one bhajan and then after we'll have prasadam.
No. Lamp offering.
Oh, lamp offering. Oh, you got the lamp. Okay.
So this is Purushottam month, so it's very auspicious to offer meal to the God.
Yeah. So we have Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Gaur Nitai, which are Krishna, Balram, Gopalji, and we have two Shaligram Shilas. Who knows about Shaligram Shila? Shaligram Shila is naturally the form of Krishna, which is formed in a river in Nepal called Gandaki River. And you will see different forms of Krishna, the stone automatically is created of that shape. So Narsingha form and say Varaha form, Ram form, you will find a bow shape there naturally. Nobody makes it. You will just find in the river. It's very mystical, very magical how it happens.
So which one is that?
I'll show you later. It's there on the small one. I have Kurma Dev and Sudarshan. Sudarshan has chakras like lines naturally. And Kurma Dev is like the tortoise incarnation of Krishna. So that hump is there and then mouth. So I'll show you after. So I offered the Tulsi that he offered. I offered it taking a name and Gotra I offered to him. So thank you. So you can pull this bhajan on your mobile.
Yugalashtakam.
Okay, Yugala Ashtakam.
KK songs.
Yugal Ashtakam. So we can chant together this one.
KK songs.
KK songs. Yes, Bhai. Okay, start. Radha Mukunda set up all the lamps. Vrinda painted the lamps nicely and then he put the lamps.
कहाँ है?
Udhar hai. I'll get it.
Leo?
Akshay, you can help me. Come. You can put these lamps over there. Mukunda, put it there. There. On the table. Come. Come, everybody, come. Yeah. So this is Purushottam Mas. You know, this is a very auspicious month, just like Kartik Mas. lamb. हाँ मैं बजा दूँ. So you can come one by one and offer lamb. All the kids, you can also come. All the kids can also.
अरे पापा पहले 50%
हाँ, चल.
तू लैम्प को आप साथ में
साथ में चलो. Harinam Sankirtan Yagya ki Jai. All of you ki Jai. So yeah, it's very auspicious to offer lambs in this month, Purushottam month.
We need an all-day marathon bhajan.
Huh?
An all-day marathon bhajan.
Full day bhajan, huh?
Even then, it will not be enough, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, Kali Yuga, the main Havan actually is Sankirtan Yagya only. That's why we call Sankirtan Yagya. Like in older days, you have big fire and this, but now we have Sankirtan, the names of God. So when you have Kirtan, you feel so much bliss, peace, happiness. You know, that's what we were discussing. So. Yeah. It is said this names of God are so madhur, madhuram madhurobhyopi. They are madhur and they are mangal. They bring all auspiciousness to us. All auspiciousness in our lives. Pavanam pavanebhyopi harirnameva kevalam. So I was telling you about Shaligram Shila also. So here we have, you can turn it on the light. So here is the Shaligram Shila. You can see two Shaligram Shilas here. One is the Kurmadev and one is Sudarshan. So we offer Tulsi. So if you see, this is Sudarshan is having lines all around it on this here. And this Kurmadev, so like the tortoise has the hump, like so this is there, and these are all natural. They are occurring. Where did you get it? Nepal. Somebody gifted from Nepal, Gandaki river. Yeah. This is Kurmadev, this is Sudarshan.
Kind of stone that you will find in only Gandaki river and all.
In South India also, like Ramanujacharya, Madhavacharya, there on the temples you have a lot of Shaligram Shila. There is Ram Shaligram Shila. Naturally you will have like bow and arrow and it will be formed. You know. So here we go.
So in that river, the stones take that form automatically.
Yeah, automatically.
They keep taking. I mean, continuously they.
Yeah, have different form. Like Narsingha, they has teeth like this.
So like somebody gifted you this.
Somebody gifted.
So more stones will come up.
Yeah, they will come naturally.
They will come naturally. And anybody can go and pick it up.
Yeah, generally we should not do that, but first we should maintain a standard of deity worship in our home, you know, standard of puja, because otherwise if you don't worship properly, it's not giving good respect, right? So you should not take from yourself, it should be given by like some pujari or something.
Yeah, actually they say when you have a saligram at home, you are supposed to do the puja every day. So my relative, my dad's sister, her husband had that. So 365 days he has to do puja. So he cannot afford to go anywhere. So if he has to go somewhere, then he has to take this saligram to some other house and have them take that responsibility.
Yeah, I mean we go, so we sometimes take ourselves or we keep in the temple.
Yeah, that's
not, you don't have to worry so much about it, but at least.
Yeah, no, but I remember he used to have that kind of. He will not. He will skip a lot of the events because of that reason. So.
Like in temples, no, they always do puja.
Yeah. But temple you will have some puja to come and do it. But this one, that person has to take the full. And you will not believe, he comes from a very, financially very, just hand to mouth kind of thing. Today his generations are so well off, my goodness. It is like amazing to see that transformation. Like because I've seen that, and so it's like really amazing. How, and they've all come out with good education and everything, and very well to do. So it's like.
now we can have prashadam. That is the best part of the program.
Cover the details.
Very
He's in kindergarten.
What kids we have known now? I'm going with them to the pool like once.
He is going to middle school next year.
Huh? Oh.
Next year he is
They're not seeing the park nowadays?
Yeah, nowadays
Oh,
we're not.
from the
Next week
park,
or so. That's why. Every day we used to be in the past.
Yeah. Correct.
He'll do like 12, 13 rounds. Yeah, his style is unique, like the way he walks. From distance I can look and tell it is Naraki.
I know one of my hand doesn't swing.
Yeah, how is that possible? How do you do that?
Even I don't know. My wife also says it's very odd the way he walks because one hand, whatever I try, it doesn't swing.
That's why I miss you when you don't see that style, unique style.
One hand swings very well, the other hand, this hand especially, it doesn't swing at all. I don't know why. So I would voluntarily make it swing. It's very, because human body is like automatically.
One day he was walking in the, like it was 4 o'clock, like very bright sunshine. And I read somewhere, even Prabhupada we heard that morning sun gives you energy, afternoon sun takes away energy. So I was telling him not to walk in the 4 o'clock.
Don't do this. No, it's clean, but you should not do that.
What happened?
पानी डाल रहा है, पानी डाल
No, no need of putting water. Where is the phone? Let's.